There are many takes to Hurricane Irma here in the British Virgin Islands, and so we're going to be out and about at this time at the Peebles Hospital, talking with a number of persons, hearing their Hurricane Irma stories.
I've been through hurricane here in St. Thomas. My roof went and all that. So I've been through this experience before. In terms of the intensity of the winds, I hadn't experienced that, but I've been through this before. What does it mean? Well, I can't begin to tell you. When I look around, I can't begin to tell you. Um, I don't know what to think. Personally, I am not terribly upset. Like I said, I've been through it and I went through it calmly. And when looking at the future, I really don't know what to say because it's not a matter of repairing; it's a matter of rebuilding. So I really don't know what to say. In terms of the United States, like I said, I've been through illegal stuff. There was a lot of help coming in from FEMA and the rest, and my concern is where's the help going to come from? Because this is international help. So yeah, that concerns me. The fact that institutions with which I'm associated won't be up and going for a while, and so it does concern me. I really don't know how to put this. Seriously. Um, Emotionally, I have learned to control myself when the situation is this. So I've come to I mean, so I'm quite stable emotionally. I'm just concerned about the territory as a whole.
Captain Vic, tell me about your Hurricane Irma story.
Well, I'm the hurricane warden for Parakeeta, and if you've been out that way, you know it's destroyed. We've never had a hurricane like this. This is supposedly the strongest hurricane in the Atlantic so far. I've sat out several hurricanes in Parakeeta, and it worked all right. We've done it this time. I lost 3 boats of my own, and I got off just in time, or I wouldn't have got off. Then I went to a friend's place in Sophie's Bay, and she had 4-foot waves smashing against her French doors for 3 hours, where we were pulled in the inside, pushing against it to keep it from caving in. So we saved her house. And there was so much debris, I couldn't get out of there. So I had to get my leg attended to. So I called the fire and rescue service, and they came and helped me climb over all the stuff to get to the road and brought me in here. Now, since then, I've one night slept on the Long Look shelter on the church pew, and last night I slept down at Atlantic Tanker, Seacoast Bay on a friend's porch, and I haven't had anything to eat for about 2 days now, so I'm getting a little weak.
Oh,
So far, it hasn't been that much fun,
oh okay.
but I need to lose weight.
Well,
It's always an advantage.
yeah, having a sense of humor is one of the greatest cure right now you can think about. How did you see your road to recovery?
Well, I got to get back out to Parakeet, and I tell you, I have no transportation right now. I have no money. I got no food. So it's getting interesting. Getting down to the nitty gritty. The communications is our biggest problem here. They came one time. I heard the government truck go by with the loudspeakers. They should be going by and telling people what's going on. Because if you don't know what's going on, then rumors start, people get nervous, and then trouble starts. I mean, the best thing they did was bring in the military right away.
Well, Captain Vic, we wish you every success you know that you're gonna make it.
I'm a survivor.
Now I'm with a young man, Jaden. Jaden, tell me your Hurricane Irma story.
Uh, it's a lot. We were actually staying by Belmont, by Smugglers Cove area, in a house, and I had my 97-year-old grandmother with me and my dad, and well, everything was okay. During the storm, it took off the roof in the kitchen, or part of the roof, all the glasses, the sliding doors, all of those came out. But the Friday we went to, because the communication is down, we had to hike over the hill, chop, and try to clear out as much bush to try to get to some people for communication. And when we came back, my dad, he was feeling weak and stuff like that, and then we had to like drag him in the room to try to get someplace to sleep, and then we had to rush him to the hospital the next day. But it was tough because the road was blocked, So we had to try to block the road, and we had to hike up the hill and get some help with some people who had radios and stuff. And they came back to the house, and they actually had to get a chair and tie some lumber and stuff to it so we could actually hike them down because the road was blocked. So we had to hike him down, and my 90-something-year-old grandmother. And when we reached the hospital, we find out that he had another stroke. And prior to that, he had 3 strokes. So this is like his fourth stroke. But luckily, everybody is okay. He just got released, so I'm just getting the medication for him. I'm just glad that everybody's safe because
We're happy that you're safe too, and speedy recovery to your dad. And thank you so much for sharing your Hurricane Irma story with us.
thank you.
Now I'm with one of our well-respected language teacher, disciplinarian, and he's going to tell us his Hurricane Irma story.
Oh, well, the thing about it is that, first of all, this is not my first experience. So, I mean, I'm not a total neophyte, but I'll tell you something. It was my first experience at other levels. Um, I lost my roof. And I lost my roof about 5 minutes into the most intense part of the thing. I lost my roof, I lost my windows, I lost everything. At one point in time, I was standing in my living room, exposed to the skies, and there was like a tornado. There was like a tornado in my house. I was seeing stuff flying all around, and I knew I had to get out. Now I have a glass door with my only exit and entrance. My exit is my entrance. I have this huge glass door, and as soon as I opened the glass door, the whole thing just flew out. Um, I had to battle it, but it flew over my head. It shattered into pieces. I fought my way downstairs through the storm into my neighbor's house. And to make a long story short, I'm now at an apartment which was given to me by a neighbor who is keeping an apartment for his employer. So I'm in excellent condition. This is unprecedented in the Caribbean based on the research I've been doing. I've been told by people out of Branson, Necker Island, that it is the worst hurricane that has ever come out of the Atlantic. Um, Most of us saw that. Most of us saw that. And what has impressed me is the resilience of the people to just bounce back from an experience which I thought was extremely traumatic. I mean, I was in the eye of the storm, so I know exactly what we're talking about. Um, we're going to do well, but I think that what the government of the BVI needs to do, and I'm sure that they're thinking along this line, is that at this point in time, we need to upgrade all of the systems in the BVI. We need to use this as an opportunity, not to bring us to where we were, but to take us to where we would like to be. And it doesn't really make sense investing now into infrastructure redevelopment to bring it back to where we were. So yes, I think that we're going to lose some time, but that time is going to be well invested if we use it to upgrade the technology and upgrade the infrastructure and upgrade the human resource base. Because one of the things that we have to be very careful about and concerned with and cognizant of is that when we upgrade our systems, we have to ensure that we have people who train to use those systems. So it's a holistic approach that we have to take to bringing us back to where we want. But what I will say to you is this: the resilience and strength and perseverance of the people is going to be our greatest strength as we embark on this journey to replenish and revitalize and refresh ourselves.
Quite some stories, inspirational, motivational, sadness, all encompassed in the stories of persons in their experience with Hurricane Irma. I'm Kathy Richards with this JTV News Hurricane Irma update.